Hi, Connor Gunn here from Lethbridge News Now. Welcome to the weekly from LNN, where we go over some of the biggest stories from this past week and what you can look forward to this weekend. Alberta Premier Jason Kenney has tapped Energy Minister Sonya Savage to fill in as the Justice Minister now that Casey Madhu is stepping aside. At issue is Madhu's phone call to Edmonton's police chief last March, soon after he received a ticket for distracted driving. Madhu phoned the police chief to make sure that he wasn't racially profiled or singled out, and Kenney says although all parties agree that Madhu did not ask for his ticket to be cancelled, an independent investigator will determine whether Madhu interfered in the administration of justice. Jason Kenney is no longer the least popular premier in Canada. He's now the second least popular. The Angus Reid Institute reports that Kenney has found a 4-point improvement to 26% approval, meaning he's now one place ahead of Manitoba's Heather Stephenson. Just 19% of those polled said he's doing a good job at handling the pandemic, and 69% said he's done a good job at distributing COVID vaccines. Only 30% said the same about making rapid tests available. The city has provided some information regarding the dead waterfowl many residents have seen at Henderson Lake. While the city is still working with the Environmental Science School at the college for a full determination, they indicated that part of the issue is too many of the birds overwintering in the city rather than flying south. The recent cold snap and then warmer weather resulted in ducks being frozen in the lake and dying. And while the city makes efforts to remove dead animals when it's possible, unstable ice is preventing them from removing the waterfowl right now. The proposed third bridge in Lethbridge has been talked about for years, but how much would it cost locals? The city says residents would see a 14 to 22% tax increase, and it would cost $200 to $300 million, which could see residents having to pay $522 more each year. As this process is in its preliminary stages, the city will be bringing it back at a later council meeting. The federal government has announced a $5.8 million grant for Lethbridge's curbside organics collection and processing facility. In combination with a provincial grant from November, the $10 million facility is now fully funded. The Lethbridge East MLA, Nathan Newdorf, says he looks forward to seeing this much-needed project being completed and benefiting people. And this spring, the city looks to launch a green bin pilot project before expanding the program citywide next year. Those are just a few of the stories we've been covering this week. To stay up to date on the latest local and regional news, head over to lethbridgenewsnow.com or find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and our Lethbridge News Now mobile app. If you have any stories or topics that you'd like us to follow, send us a message. Thanks for watching, and tune in next Friday for another edition of The Weekly with me, Connor Gunn. Have a great weekend.